Hi, welcome back to our Indonesian language and culture class, and welcome to our new segment. We call it Kelas Daring Sekolah Bahasa Bola Suli. Kelas Daring is aimed to facilitate you who are interested in learning Indonesian online. So I'll be here for you as your facilitator or instructor, explaining some details of Indonesians and some grammar points, and you can follow after me. We can practice together, and if you have some questions, you can leave them on the comment box down below. And our topic today is pergi bersama. And before we start the class, let me show you some objectives of this class. Okay, and as I said, our topic today is pergi bersama. And after this class, you are able to invite someone to go together. And the other one is you are able to ask the vehicle used to visit a place. And the next one is you are able to ask the time of an event. And then the fourth one, you are able to ask the distance to a place. And then the last one is you are able to offer alternative transportations. Before we practice the conversation, let's review some points that can support the conversation. Okay. Ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul 1. Ini pukul 1. Nah, sekarang pukul berapa? Sekarang pukul berapa? So you may answer by yourself and then you can check it after I show you the answer. Sekarang pukul berapa? Sekarang pukul 2. Selanjutnya, bagaimana dengan ini? Sekarang pukul berapa? Sekarang pukul 1:15 menit. Selanjutnya, ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul 7:30 menit. Ini pukul 7:30 menit. Or the other way to say it, you can say pukul 7:30. Pukul 7:30. Nah, yang terakhir, ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul 11:15 menit. Okay, so now let's break them down so you can understand how to say the time in Bahasa Indonesia. Lewat, lewat, misalnya seperti ini. Ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul 2:25 menit. Ini pukul 2:25 menit. Kalau yang ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul 7:12 menit. Ini pukul 7:12 menit. Selanjutnya, ini pukul berapa? Pukul berapa? Ini pukul 6:17 menit. Pukul 6:17 menit. Nah, selanjutnya, the other word you need to know when you're talking about the time is setengah. Setengah. This is really tricky for you who are especially English native speakers. You can see how it works. Nah, ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul 1:30. Pukul 1:30. So we don't say pukul 1:30 at 12:30. So 1:30 is pukul 1:30. Selanjutnya, ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul berapa? Nah, ini pukul 9:30. Ini pukul 9:30. Selanjutnya, ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul 11:30. Pukul 11:30. Selanjutnya, ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul 3:30. Pukul 3:30. And the other word you need to know when you're talking about the time is kurang. Kurang. Ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul 4:15 menit. Pukul 4 kurang 15 menit. And the other way to say 15 menit is 1/4. 1/4. Okay, let me write it down. Lima belas menit sama dengan 1/4. Ini dia. 15 menit sama dengan 1/4. Jadi, ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul 4 kurang 15 menit. Atau pukul 4 kurang 1/4. Pukul 4 kurang 1/4 atau pukul 4 kurang 15 menit. Selanjutnya, ini pukul berapa? Pukul 9 kurang 10 menit. So, after 30, we use kurang. After 30, we use kurang. So, like this, 8:50. So, 50 is after 30. So, it means we have 10 minutes to 9. So, we say pukul 9 kurang 10 menit. Kurang 10 menit. Oh, maaf, ini menit ya. 9 kurang 10 menit. Selanjutnya, ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul 9 kurang 10 menit. Pukul 9 kurang 10 menit. So this one, after 30, we say what time is after 8. It is 9. And it's less than 10 minutes to 9. You can say pukul 9 kurang 10 menit. Pukul 9 kurang 10 menit. Selanjutnya, ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul 1 kurang 5 menit. Pukul 1 kurang 5 menit. Selanjutnya, nah ini pukul berapa? Ini pukul 3 kurang 18 menit. Pukul 3 kurang 18 menit. Dan the last one, ini pukul berapa? Pukul 9 kurang 7 menit. Pukul 9 kurang 7 menit. Seperti ini. Pada pukul berapa Anda bangun tidur? Pada pukul berapa Anda bangun tidur? Nah, saya bangun tidur pukul 4:30. Saya bangun tidur pukul 4:30. Selanjutnya, pada pukul berapa Anda sarapan? Pada pukul berapa Anda sarapan? Okay, you can try to answer. Ya, saya sarapan pukul 7:04. Saya sarapan pukul 7:04. Selanjutnya, kapan Anda pergi ke kantor? Kapan Anda pergi ke kantor? Saya pergi ke kantor pukul 8 kurang 1/4. Saya pergi ke kantor pukul 8 kurang 1/4. Selanjutnya, pada pukul berapa kamu tidur? Pada pukul berapa kamu tidur? Saya tidur pukul 10. Saya tidur pukul 10. So that's how we use it in a complete sentence or in complete sentences. Okay, the other way, if you notice this one, you can see pada pukul berapa when you're asking some questions related to time. Pada pukul berapa, blah blah blah. Pada pukul berapa, blah blah blah. And then you can answer saya blah 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 pukul blah blah blah. Pada pukul berapa Anda sarapan? Saya sarapan pukul 7:04. The most common mistake did by non-Indonesian speakers, they say D. Okay, they say D like this. Let me show you the common mistakes like this. They will say like this. Saya sarapan di 7:15. This one, we never say D for this one. We always say pada pukul. Pada pukul, we don't use this one. We say like this. Saya sarapan pukul 7:15. Or the more casual way, we say saya sarapan jam 7:15. This is more casual. Write it down. So in daily conversation, most people say jam instead of pukul because pukul is more formal. We use it in a formal setting or formal conversation. So when you are speaking, when you are hanging out with friends, and you are having casual conversation, you can just say saya sarapan jam instead of saying pukul. But when you're speaking in a formal setting, you can say saya sarapan pukul 7:15. Okay, so now let's practice. You can answer the question like this. Okay, so now let's practice the conversation. I will be A and you are B. Okay, let's start. Jam berapa kita ke sana? Jam berapa kita ke sana? Itu terlalu pagi. Bagaimana kalau jam 8:04? And now let's switch. I will be B and you are A. Okay, you may start now. Bagaimana kalau jam 6:30? Baik, sampai besok. Okay, let's take a look at this phrase. Bagaimana kalau? Bagaimana kalau? Actually, there are a lot of functions of this phrase, but today, let me focus on how we use it in daily conversation, especially when we're talking about the time. Bagaimana kalau? We use it whenever we are suggesting the time. So it's more like, what about at 6:30? Or what do you think if we leave at 8:15? So what do you think? Or what about? We mostly say like this. Bagaimana kalau jam? Or bagaimana kalau pukul? For example, on this conversation, you can say, bagaimana kalau jam 6:30? Bagaimana kalau jam 8:04? So use bagaimana kalau when you are suggesting the time. Okay, so now let's move to the longer conversation. Okay, for the longer conversation, let me give you the example and then later we can practice together. Before we practice the conversation, let us show you how to read this conversation with the right tone and the right pronunciation. Okay, so now you can listen. Margaret dan Vira bertemu di kampus. Vira, apa kamu tahu di mana saya bisa membeli novel berbahasa Indonesia?
Coba di toko buku Bolasugi.
Di mana alamatnya?
Di Mall Taman Indah. Saya ada rencana untuk pergi ke sana hari Minggu.
Jam berapa?
Jam 10 pagi. Bagaimana kalau kamu ikut dengan saya?
Wah, boleh juga. Kita bisa pergi bersama. Okay, so now it's your turn. I am Margaret and you are Vira. So we can read along and then you can practice your pronunciation. Okay. Margaret dan Vira bertemu di kampus. Vira, apa kamu tahu di mana saya bisa membeli novel berbahasa Indonesia? Di mana alamatnya? Jam berapa? Wah, boleh juga. Kita bisa pergi bersama. That is how you say it. So you can say, Vira, apa kamu tahu di mana saya bisa membeli novel berbahasa Indonesia? Make sure your vowels are said very clearly, like A, I, U, E, O. Now you can repeat after me. Vira, apa kamu tahu di mana saya bisa membeli novel berbahasa Indonesia? Coba di toko buku Bolasugi. Coba di toko buku Bolasugi. Di mana alamatnya? Di Mall Taman Indah. Saya ada rencana untuk pergi ke sana hari Minggu. Di Mall Taman Indah, saya ada rencana untuk pergi ke sana hari Minggu. Jam berapa? Jam 10 pagi. Bagaimana kalau kamu ikut dengan saya? Jam 10 pagi. Bagaimana kalau kamu ikut dengan saya? Wah, boleh juga. Kita bisa pergi bersama. Wah, boleh juga. Kita bisa pergi bersama. Okay, so now let's answer some questions related to this conversation. Now you can practice, try to answer the question. So I have 3 questions here related to the conversation. And now you can practice. First, you answer the question and then you can check your answer if you get it right by listening to my answer. Di mana Margaret bisa membeli novel berbahasa Indonesia? Okay, and the answer is Margaret bisa membeli novel berbahasa Indonesia di toko buku Bolasugi. And remember to practice your full sentence. Try to answer with full sentences. Okay, so I know some of you may answer by di Bolasugi. That's fine, but for now you can practice making full sentence. Okay, making complete sentence. So you can say, Margaret bisa membeli novel berbahasa Indonesia di toko buku Bolasugi. Okay, let me write it down. Margaret bisa membeli novel berbahasa Indonesia di toko buku Bolasugi. This is the complete sentence. Margaret bisa membeli novel berbahasa Indonesia di toko buku Bolasugi. Okay, now let's move to the second question. The second question, again, the same as the first one. Try to answer first. Find the answer on the conversation. Di mana letak toko buku Bola Sugi? Maaf, ini toko. Di mana letak toko buku Bola Sugi? Di mana letak toko buku Bola Sugi? Letak artinya lokasi. Di mana letak toko buku Bola Sugi? Ya, toko buku Bola Sugi terletak di Mall Taman Indah. Maybe some of you answer it by saying di Mall Taman Indah. Toko buku Bola Sugi terletak di Mall Taman Indah, but probably some of you answer it by only saying it like this, di Mall Taman Indah. That's also okay, but again, we practice making complete sentence. So the complete sentence is like this. Toko buku Bola Sugi terletak di Mall Taman Indah. Toko buku Bola Sugi terletak di Mall Taman Indah. I say the question and then you say the answer. Di mana letak toko buku Bola Sugi? Toko buku Bola Sugi terletak di Mall Taman Indah. Okay, now let's say one more time. I'll say the question and then you say the answer. Di mana letak toko buku Bola Sugi? Okay, the last question. Pukul berapa Vira akan pergi ke mall? Again, try to answer with complete sentence. One more time. Pukul berapa Vira akan pergi ke mall? Vira akan pergi ke mall pukul 10 pagi. What if I change the question like this? Jam berapa Vira akan pergi ke mall? Jam berapa Vira akan pergi ke mall? How would you answer it? Okay, and the answer is Vira akan pergi ke mall jam 10 pagi. Remember, if the question uses pukul and then the answer also uses pukul, and then if the question uses jam, means the answer also uses jam. So if I ask you, pukul berapa Vira akan pergi ke mall? Yeah, the answer is Vira akan pergi ke mall pukul 10 pagi. And then the other question is, jam berapa Vira akan pergi ke mall? Ya, jam 10 pagi. Or the complete sentence is, Vira akan pergi ke mall jam 10 pagi. Baik, sekarang kita lihat. From this conversation, we can see some questions and you can practice at home or you can practice whenever you are in Indonesia. The first question you can say like this. Apa kamu tahu di mana saya bisa membeli novel berbahasa Indonesia? This means like if you are wondering if the person you're asking knows the place where you can get maybe some novels or some clothes or some shoes, it's up to you. So you can say, apa kamu tahu di mana saya bisa membeli blah blah blah. And then the next question is asking how to ask about the address. Oh, di mana alamatnya? Okay. And then the next question is the time. Like how to ask the time. You can say jam berapa or pukul berapa. And then the last question, this is actually not the real question, not a real question. It's more like an invitation, but in a question form. So like this. Oh, bagaimana kalau kamu ikut dengan saya? This is more like an invitation. It's like friendly invitation. Oh, bagaimana kalau kamu ikut dengan saya? Let me show you again, still related to this topic, is when you are going, when you are visiting, means you need vehicles, you need transportation. Do you know the names of the transportation? Okay, so now let's review the transportation. Ini mobil. Ini mobil. Mobil. Ini pesawat. Pesawat. Ini sepeda. Sepeda. Ini motor. Motor. Ini kereta. Kereta. Ini kapal. Kapal. Ini becak. Becak. Ini bus. Ini bus. Dan yang terakhir, ini truk. Ini truk. Okay, so now let's do one more time. Try to remember. I'll ask the question. Apa ini? Apa ini? Apa ini? And then the way you answer is ini blah blah blah. Apa ini? Ini mobil. Apa ini? Apa ini? Ini pesawat. Pesawat. Apa ini? Apa ini? Ini sepeda. Ini sepeda. Ya, bagus. Selanjutnya, apa ini? Apa ini? Ini motor. Ya, bagus sekali. Ini motor. Bagaimana dengan ini? Apa ini? Apa ini? Ini kereta. Ini kereta. Apa ini? Apa ini? Ini kapal. Ya, bagus sekali. Ini kapal. Apa ini? Ya, ini becak. Ini becak. Apa ini? Ini bus. Ini bus. Nah, yang terakhir, apa ini? Apa ini? Ini truk. Ini truk. Iya. Baik, sekarang kita coba latihan ya. Now let's practice how we use this in a sentence. Saya naik. So the word naik, it means you can say drive or riding. So it is, before we practice, let me explain about the word naik. This word naik literally means to go up. But if it is related to transportation, it means to get on, to ride, to go by. So whenever you go by like a car or a plane, we use the word naik. So either you are the driver or the passenger. For both, you can use naik. it's more common, it's more general. It's not about driving or being the passenger. It's more like you go by like a car or motorbike or a plane. And now let's practice fill the blank with the word related to the picture I show you. Nomor 1, saya naik titik-titik ke Indonesia. Apa ini? Ya, saya naik pesawat ke Indonesia. Betul. Saya naik pesawat ke Indonesia. Bagus, selanjutnya. Apa ini? Saya naik titik-titik ke sekolah. Ya, saya naik sepeda ke sekolah. Terus sekali. Saya naik sepeda ke sekolah. Bagus sekali, kita ke nomor 3. Nah, apa ini? Saya naik titik-titik ke pulau. Apa ini? Ya, kapal. Dalam kalimat, saya naik kapal ke pulau. Okay. Yeah, very good. Okay, so now you can remember some of, the names of the transportations. And now let's practice in a dialogue. But now, as we did previously, let us show you how to pronounce these sentences. How to say it, how to pronounce it in a right tone or in a right stress. And then later we can practice together. Margaret menelpon Vira untuk bertanya tentang rencana mereka pergi ke mall. Halo Margaret.
Halo Vira, maaf mengganggu. Saya mau bertanya, kita naik apa ke mall?
Kita naik motor saja supaya lebih cepat.
Kalau begitu, saya naik mobil ke rumahmu lalu kita naik motor ke mall.
Baik.
Apakah mallnya jauh dari rumahmu?
Tidak jauh, kira-kira 5 menit saja.
Baik, sampai jumpa besok ya.
Okay, and now let's practice. I'm Vira and you are Margaret. Halo Margaret. Kita naik motor saja supaya lebih cepat. Baik. Tidak jauh, kira-kira 5 menit saja. Okay, very good. Okay, now before we discuss more about the detail, now let's practice. You answer the questions. Again, I have 3 questions. You can practice, you can try to answer the question, and then later you can check if you get it right by listening to my answer. Margaret dan Vira akan naik apa ke mall? Ya, mereka akan naik motor ke mall. This is how you answer in a long or in a complete sentence. Mereka akan naik motor ke mall. Mereka akan naik motor ke mall. The answer is like this. Sekarang kita ke nomor 2. Baik, sekarang kita ke nomor 2. Berapa lama Margaret dan Vira naik motor untuk sampai di mall? Ya, mereka naik motor kira-kira selama 5 menit untuk sampai di mall. Mereka naik motor kira-kira selama 5 menit untuk sampai di mall. This is how we answer in a complete sentence. Nah, sekarang kita ulangi. Oke. I'll say the question and you answer me. Berapa lama Margaret dan Vira naik motor untuk sampai di mall? Ya, baik. Yang pertama kita lihat. Kita naik apa ke mall? This is how you ask what vehicle you are going by. Kita naik apa ke mall? Yeah, means like what vehicle, what transportation you need to use to go to the mall. Kita naik apa? So the really important question here is naik apa? Kita naik apa ke mall? Kita naik apa ke Indonesia? Kita naik apa ke Bali? Or if you are asking you can say kamu naik apa ke mall? Kamu naik apa ke Bali? Or for more polite, you can say Anda naik apa ke mall? Anda naik apa ke Bali? Kita naik motor saja supaya lebih cepat. Okay, so when you are answering by implying that that is faster than the other or that is more possible than the other, you can put saja after the vehicle like this. Kita naik motor saja. Kita naik motor saja. You can say kita naik motor, stop. Kita naik motor ke mall. But when you put saja after motor, it means it is implied that there is another option. Like, kita naik motor saja. It means you can go by car, you can go by becak, you can go by bus, but motor is faster than the other. But then when you say kita naik motor, it means there is no comparison. It's like there is no other options. It's not implied that there is another option. So when you put saja, it means you have another option. But then you choose motor. And then the other phrase you need to know is kalau begitu. Kalau begitu. Here, this one. Kalau begitu, saya naik mobil ke rumahmu, lalu kita naik motor ke mall. Kalau begitu is more like a conclusion. So when you are concluding, when you are summing up your conversation, that you decide, then you use kalau begitu. It's more like then in English, but then means not chronological, but it's more like then at the end. Like, I'll go by car then. It's not like then I go by car. No. Kalau begitu, it means then when you put then at the end of the sentence, like, I'll go by car then. Then you say, kalau begitu, saya naik mobil. So here, Margaret concluded that kalau begitu, saya naik mobil ke rumahmu, lalu kita naik motor ke mall. Well, I think that is it for today. And if you have questions or concerns or comments, please feel free to write them down on the comment sections down below. And if you have some topics you need me to cover, feel free to write them down again on the comment sections down below. And thank you so much for learning with us on Kelas Daring. I'm really happy to help you improving your Indonesian, and sampai jumpa.